Black Rocks, once known as Stonnis, is a gritstone outcrop that juts crudely out of the limestone dales south of the English Peak District like an uninvited guest. Climbers have been coming here for 125 years. They've always found the climbing desperate, and they've always said that they'd never come back. But those with the skill, boldness, or just sheer determination to return, find routes filled with some of the most compelling challenges, stunning features, and unlikely positions that this fantastic stone has to offer. These are their stories.
Different, definitely different. It's not like Stonnis or Burbage, nice and clean. Lots of people, it's quiet, dark and dank. And very interesting routes. The interesting route where you have to climb into the crag and pop out the other end. There's no way to describe it except go and do it. It's easy, it's fun, it's a good laugh.
Queen's Parlour Gully was interesting. Kind of just concentrating on that left crack for a few minutes, battling your way up, and then you realise you've got to do this huge step out underneath a big roof. So the first time I visited Black Rocks, Tom was like, "Oh, come to this place, yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good." Didn't know anything about it. Drags me up this huge hill. I'm stumbling up these stones thinking, where am I going? All of a sudden look to the left and there's this like spaceship-like rock. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're here. I'm thinking, I don't really know what this is, but hey. And then my helmet was getting a bit stuck in a chimney. Kind of battled the way up a chimney for a bit. Topped out. No problem. Nice route.
Black Rocks always teaches me what a shit climber I am, because I'll climb something elsewhere and then come to Black Rocks and fall off a HS like Stonnis Crack, or struggle on a BS around the front. But that's part of the reason why you love it, isn't it? Because it makes you a better climber. Fat Man's Chimney is interesting. I've done it before and I did it with gear and it's so much better without gear, because last time I did it I clipped myself into the gear that I placed and got completely stuck.
Yeah, you go deep.
Right, lose the hat now. Right, the hat's coming off. The old school climbs are fun, aren't they? Oh my good God. It's like a workout as well as a climb. Shaking. Yeah, a bit of a workout, a bit of keep fit and having a laugh with your mates at the same time. Woohoo! Is that the end? Keep going.
I first came to Black Rocks when I first started climbing, and I tried Stonnis Crack as my first ever climb here. It really put me off Black Rocks. It was crutchy, jamming, I didn't know how to jam, slopey and rounded, and I grovelled to the top. I've repeated it over the years, it's gotten easier and easier. I've just done it today and it felt the easiest it's ever felt. Nice warm day for once, no rain, no green. Ooh, nice climbing. Finally used the hidden hold I always forget about. Steady as, really. Once you get how much hard work this is. After that, we did the first ever attempt I've done on Sand Buttress. Don't quite have faith that it's an amazing climb.
Okay.
One of the most pleasant VSs I've ever done. Really pleasant climbing and really rejuvenated my experiences of Black Rocks.
I love it here at Black Rocks. It's a unique crag, and not in entirely positive ways, but I think that just adds to the feel of the place. You know, in terms of the climbing, it's not a friendly environment with giveaway grades. Even the easy routes here, you feel like you've got to work for them, and that's the sort of thing I enjoy. Central Buttress is pretty much a desert island route for me. I've climbed it so many times, but I never get sick of it. It's just such a meandering way up the crag, but it kind of feels so logical. And for a route that's almost entirely man-made holds, it does make you think. It doesn't feel straightforward, particularly not at the crux, which I suppose is a tribute to whichever lunatic ruined the perfectly good slab.
Birch Tree Wall is going to be my first VS 5A. It's very exciting. I'm told that it's going to cause me a bit of pain. Thanks to Luke, my belay, for catching me. First decent fall from on gear, which is scary, and it took a lot of persuasion to get back up. The last time that I'm going to wear shorts for Gritstone.
Uncontrollable shaking. Oh man, you're almost through it now.
Hard, very, very hard, but good fun. It's a great experience. Never done off width. I've never done chimneys. Never done. What else have I done? Laybacking. You could definitely say that climbing up there is an adventure. Definitely an adventure. I've been climbing through spiders' webs. Did you see any of those slug-like things, or have I flicked them all off? What can I say? You've seen falling, you've seen grunting and crying, and like walking to the crag in the drizzle. Hopefully it's going to be a good day, and it's been a great day. We've had a lovely evening. Yeah, really good fun.
Like the first time I came here and shat myself.
Don't say shat. You do not want to be on my film saying I shat myself.
You can say it, there's already plenty of foul.
Really? I thought swearing wouldn't be allowed.
No, it's not that. It's just that you'll be in a movie premiere watching yourself going, yeah, and I shat myself. I don't want to think about
Giggle
this.
like a stoner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I first came to Black Rocks, didn't have a guide and didn't climb anything. Wandered around and looked at the rock, couldn't work out what you do, and then got dragged back by Mike about 2 years after that and had to do quite a hard VS route, which was good fun. Started up the route and it started off nice and easy, got some good gearing, and then hit the crux, which happened to be a glassy slab. Yeah, so started up the slab, couldn't work out what to do, and stood there for what felt like a very long time, and even looked at Mike and asked for help, but got none. Mike didn't help. So eventually I just stood up on the smears. Pulled through. And it was all okay.
I can't actually remember the first time I came to Black Rocks. I lived in Nottingham when I was at university, so we used to come up on the bus and walk up the hill. I used to climb a lot in the valleys when I grew up down in South Wales. We were climbing at places like the Gap and Kilfynydd, and they're all these sort of quite industrial urban areas, and Black Rock's a little bit like that. There's bits of litter, there's kids wandering around, kids on bikes. It really reminded me of that kind of environment down in the valleys. And it's right on the cusp of the limestone, gritstone as well, which the valleys is too. So it was a warm-up, but I was expecting it to be a bit easier. I must have done it before, but I really couldn't remember anything about it when I was on it. And I was struggling up the crack. It was a lot more rounded than I remembered. And I remember getting this fist jam in the break, and then really not being able to jam very well in the rest of the break. I always found it quite hard climbing here compared to Stonnis, because the breaks are also rounded and the rock's kind of really rough in some places, but it's actually quite smooth in others, just when you need it to be rough. So I used to have a bit of a nightmare, and I wasn't very good at crack climbing as well, so it sorted me out. But it's really interesting climbing. That's like really just what Black Rocks is like, that the cracks are all a little bit more awkward than you're expecting, and they're all slightly the wrong size, and the other features in the rock are not as prominent as they are at some of the other gritstone cracks. So yeah, it makes it a pretty tricky route. Wasn't as happy as I was hoping I'd be on a warm-up on that one.
Black Rocks, it's got all the potential to be a bad crag, but it's actually pretty awesome. I think it was the first place I came trad climbing. Just bought the gear and someone had taught me a little bit, so I came out thinking, oh yeah, this is close, this will be easy. And then I just remember it being nails, like doing like 2 routes in a day, and it was just ridiculously hard. And then I came back recently when I'd got a bit better at climbing, and it was still really hard. So, Lean Man Super Direct, I remember looking at it from the floor thinking, the bottom looks quite hard and tricky, and then the top will be just a doddle. So I jumped on it and cruised the start. It was relatively easy. And then got to the easy finish, and
time I had him. Oh, where was it? Oh my god. Can't find it. Oh, too high to me.
Yes, come on.
Come on, you fucker!
oh, just had an awful time on it, really. The Central Buttress Direct looks really easy in the book, looks really easy when you stood at the bottom of it, and I remember first time I tried I just couldn't get off the ground. Luckily when I did try it I was able to just get the nice holds on top and pull my way through it. Feels pretty scary because the gear's right by your feet and you're quite close to the floor, but pretty easy if you just pull.
Bloody hell, that was big.
Queen's Parlour slab. That's definitely a spicy experience when you forget the big camphor at the top. You're looking at a big, probably 15-metre whip if you do fall on the top move, but apart from that, it's nice. You know, it's so hard to come up with something to say.
This is going to be really interesting.
Promontory Traverse. The first pitch is really quite steady, really solid hand jams, very good gear. It's a little bit intimidating as you're heading out there. You know you're heading towards this wide crack, and you look at it, and there's not an obvious way of climbing it. You get there, and things sort of fall into place, holds up here, and you sort of squirm your way up there. With cams now, really quite a safe climb. I can't imagine climbing it without cams as it was originally done. That's just, yeah, a really bold climb.
Yeah.
With belay, you're sat in an amazing position overlooking the valley while your second struggles along and tries to get up this crack.
Black Rocks was the first place I'd ever climbed on grit when I first started climbing. It started on limestone, and yeah, I used to like little crimpy holds and positivity, and came here and did first VS on grit, and I just decided I was never ever going to climb on grit again, let alone never ever going to come back to Black Rocks again. The first pitch was fine till I got to the crack, and then sort of stepping around that bulge just realised that I felt all stretched out and I couldn't work out how to get up, and then I couldn't get back round again. No, it's great, really traditional, sort of get a bit of an arm bar in, and yeah, nothing pretty about the first pitch.
You've got a great look of concentration.
Far.
It's been really nice to come back and find out that it's not as terrifying as I thought. I'm quite used to putting my hands on elephants' bums now, feeling more secure. I'm trying up now. That was a little waffle.
Okay, climbing. Crawling, yeah. Second pitch, you sort of roll off the belay and shuffle, making for an obvious spike, which is just too far away. good and positive when you get your hands on it. Now that's some character about it. That is rather good. Black Rocks it's a really interesting place to climb. It's not like climbing wall climbing at all. It's very much about getting the right body position. You haven't got such positive holds to work with, so small alterations in your body position and particularly your footwork pays dividends. Glad I went first on that. It's going to be terrifying to second.
Second pitch is totally different. Just teeter across to get the flutings.
Excellent. Really nicely done. Put me to shame.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Absolutely brilliant route. Anything by Mr. Harding's a brilliant route, though. You can't really say anything about his routes that's bad.
Nice.
This is my first time coming to Black Rocks today. I've moved down to Sheffield fairly recently, but this has been one of the crags that's kind of, it's a bit on the outskirts of the Peak District, so it's been quite exciting to come here.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, will that cow actually stay in? It looks like it will. I'm filming with confidence. There we go. It's a beauty. Okay, ready? Yeah. What was that then?
It's a really exciting climbing style. It's kind of, it's quite tenuous, but at the same time it's quite dynamic. So yeah, I was really pleased to be able to get on Demon Rib today.
Oh man, Will, what have you done to me? This is so scary.
Are you alright now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It was first done in 1949, which is a pretty epic achievement because today it felt pretty scary.
Joe, I've got your level piece here.
You know that big piece, push that rest of the side, we'll take it down.
Are you coming right up here?
quite technical kind of smearing and slab climbing involved, but mainly it just feels really, really bold. But that's part of the beauty of it. I think that's part of the beauty of kind of crags like this one, is that they can feel bold, and you just feel like you're in a great situation, quite exposed on such a great kind of winter's day as it is today, starting the new year, to be able to kind of get up there and get out on the rocks and feel kind of that way, on that awesome kind of the awesome rocks that they are here. It's great.
Cool. Are you going to second it, Will?
Yeah.
Come on, make an anchor.
It's really nice to climb on. I also remind like Fontainebleau, Paris. It's the same kind of like friction and like atmosphere, like green and in the forest.
So nice, no?
We only climb few both appropriate routes, so I just like, you know, cannot say so much things, but it's great, yeah. I heard a lot about the Great Stone, and we come up here and then I look at Gaia, the first thing that I saw. Just like, I remind the movie Hard Grit, and I just like, ooh, this is a place. But actually really peaceful place, more than what I thought. This is my first impression. Yeah, peaceful place.
It's like a moorland grit crag in the middle of Matlock, really, isn't it? It's like, it's dark, big, imposing, in the middle of limestone country, really. It's grit's last bastion before you get to the limestone outcrops. And it's a fitting one as well, really. It's hard, a lot of classics, a lot of history, and not that well travelled, really, for how good some of the routes are. So Gaia was the main one. First seen it years ago when I watched Hard Grit with my dad. A lot of the Hard Grit lines are either like, they're all like arêtes or cracks. And I think Gaia's like, yeah, quite elegant, quite subtle. This sort of fading crack. It just fades into this beautiful groove running up this clean block. About a year ago, I started thinking, yeah, let's work towards Gaia. And then this season, at the start of the season, I said to as many people as possible, I'm going to do it, ground up. So then I had to, so I didn't back out of it. So I started coming down in January. I had a couple of sessions with Rob Greenwood, who was trying it on top rope. So I could watch him try it and, you know, get the bee to see it firsthand. I'd watched all the videos and I had it all written down as well. And so I had as many possible sequences when I got up there to pick from. You know, you got that 2-finger pocket, which is really poor, worse than I was expecting, and you get in quite a contorted position to try and flick up. It's a good hold you're going for, but you're kind of at full stretch and you need to try and get your body in the position it wants to be and only flick your hand. It's quite hard to do that. You can maybe add I had three good attempts at each session, 2 sessions with Rob. I think I had one good go when I nearly got the hold, and I think the only thing stopping me holding it was that I didn't really want to do it. It was a bit cold, you know, windy, dark, no one else at the crag. It's quite, I don't know, it's just quite a scary place to be. It didn't feel right. And then I went back a few weeks later. There's a few other people milling around at the crag. The sun was coming out here and there. It's still quite cool, but just felt a lot nicer. And Neil was there, who's belayed me on all my hard routes, done all our hard routes together really. And just, you know, joking around all day and like, having a really good day. Neil had down it for me, sort of cleaned off the holds, put a bit of chalk onto, you know, mark where the holds are, which gave me a bit of confidence. I think we had one failed go, and then yes, got through the crux. I think second go that day, felt good, got on that hold, deep breath. I think Neil might have given me a bit of encouragement, and then just set up off that groove. There's no going back. In the top of that groove, I'd, like I said, all these sequences written down, and they all just went out the window. I couldn't get any of them to work. Really focused. I don't think I'd ever been so focused in my life.
It's just catching the groove a bit. Go down. Yes! Nice one! Fuck off!
You get to the top and there's a huge rush of emotions. Not really relief either. A bit of relief, but also a lot of adrenaline and just, I just couldn't believe it really. I swore like in front of a load of children. I turned around and there's loads of people. I don't know where they'd all come from.
I didn't do any moves that just changed the sequence. Yeah. You're not very steady on it, really. So you're only that very last bit where you actually had to be properly worried.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. It was just talk about it actually, it brings it all back. Yeah, that's really nice. The block's a bit different to the rest of the crag really. It's like, almost like Fontainebleau style block in the trees. Whereas the rest of the crag's sort of north facing and dark and impressive. It's really quite a bit more open round by the block, and there's a beautiful slab with just enough to get you on it and then just enough to get you to the top as well. The mantle is a complete bastard. I'm glad I don't have to do it again. You can sort of get it dialed, but it's never easy. You always have to try really hard to get through that mantle. It's absolutely fantastic climbing.
How's it feel? That's alright. I can't believe it was a slab second day.
Jumping on a beetle, so you do that hard mantle, you step through into this nice little scoop for your right foot, which is a pretty good hold, but best hold on the slab. And then it's a high left foot up onto a little black beetle really, I think that's why it's named. And then if you're tall, you can just reach that arete and pull yourself across onto the arete. But I think if you're short, like Johnny, you'd have to literally jump onto the beetle to reach the arete. It's a good, unique move. And then it's a bit scary going up that arete, it's quite slopey.
Whoa, a bit slippy there. It would have been a bit colder.
An angel share up the middle, that took a couple of sessions, and a parking ticket, which I didn't realise you couldn't get away with it. First done Johnny pre-pads, yeah, real thin smearing exercise, and depending which foot rips, depends on which way you face as you go down the slab. And I wanted to take that a couple of times just to test I wasn't going to catch my foot in the gutter and flip upside down or anything like that. There's a choice of smears. I picked the best smears, but they're not necessarily in the nicest position, so you end up, to rock between them, it's quite hard. There's nothing for your hands, and that's why you arch over to try and use your shoulders to pull your centre of gravity across your foot. And I had a moment where I paused.
Go on. Go on.
But got there eventually.
Come on! Thanks.
So, what do you think about that then?
Pretty impressive.
Well, that's what Black Rocks means to me, them sirens, the youths that are hanging around at Black Rocks. Black Rocks, I mean, it's crag in the Peak District. It's quite close to me. I remember one of my first trips out climbing, and first week I just bought a rack and me and my mate went out, and one of the days came here on the bus and pretty much fell off everything we tried, which is quite normal for black rocks. And then at the time I must have seen Hard Grit, where you've got Seb Grieve climbing Meshuggah in that. And it's just one of them routes you look at it and you just think, oh, I could never climb that.
This serious route could either be the high point of his climbing career.
Landing was awful.
Can't believe it.
This serious route. This serious route.
Can't believe it.
Could either be the
Can't believe it.
This serious route.
His name was Meshuggah.
The landing was awful.
Could either be the high point of his climbing career, or could end it on the boulders below.
Hey, it's all in the mind.
Nice one, Neil.
Just gotta not fall off this easy, mate.
Blew up that Neil.
What am I doing? I'll be daft now. Left hand first, you prick.
And I don't know if it progresses to not. I could never climb it, but like I could climb it. But I don't know if I really want to. And then the drive starts to take over, and then you get on and you find it's all right, and you actually get things done. But yeah, it's good to sort of go through that process of thinking something you could never do and it's beyond you, to work through different stages where it could be a possibility and you end up doing it. It felt good today. I'd been on it when it had been really warm and it was bad then, really struggled with it. But yeah, today, first go on I didn't feel too great because it was still holding a bit of damp from this morning, but yeah, it felt good. When I did it, everything fell into place. I had a lot of worries before setting off, but when you climb, they just disappear, and soon found myself at the break.
Cheers, Katie, I'm safe.
Safe? Nice one, Neil.
Good in, Neil.
Off, Belay.
Cheers.
In the year that I've been making this film, I've spent countless hours at this place once known as Stonnis. slowly learning this great crag's secrets. Every visit's different, and every time I think about what these gritstone crags can be to those of us who call ourselves their locals. Somewhere familiar, but that can still surprise us and make us surprise ourselves. Somewhere close to home, but that we feel that we can escape to. Even somewhere we can go for some convenient danger, just for a little while, until it goes dark or it starts raining again. And as we walk back down to the car, we can tell each other that it's been a good day.